What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to today's pre-market analysis session. Today is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? No, it's Thursday, August 7th. And let's dive straight into this. Let's go ahead and check out the news that we have today. As you can see, we don't really have any crazy news. We did have Bank of America monetary policy and all the related news associated with it, including their bank rate. We also have unemployment claims, which could affect the market, but let's see what Financial Juice has to say about it. U.S. stock futures climbed after Russia confirmed Putin and Trump will meet for summit talks within the next few days, lifting hopes of a truce in Russia's wars with Ukraine. Traders policy. So nothing too crazy, like it's telling that it has risen because of this and likely earnings as well, but um yeah. So fundamentally, I am leaning a bit towards the bullish side, but it easily could be the sell side. It's just I'm just using the fundamentals to give me a little more insight into sentiment behind the market. Now, we don't really have any news you have to worry about. At 9 a.m. we do have these final wholesale inventories, IVPMI. 9:30 we have natural gas storage. We don't really have to worry about that 9:30 news. 9 a.m. news might take a 2-minute interval. It won't hurt us to do so. But if there's an A plus setup during it, it might not be worth taking it. As you can see, it's all low impact liquidity. Nothing, low impact news. There's nothing we really need to worry about. With that said, let's get straight into conducting our technical analysis on ES and NQ. Hopefully we can get some type of move. We're climbing back up to these all-time high regions. And as we come back up to the all-time high regions, one thing that is going to be essential for us to see is, will price break through these highs or will price make lower lows, lower highs? I meant lower highs. And that could potentially give us an insight to where the long-term market may go next. But regarding this, we just have to use what we have in front of us to our advantage. Essentially use it for charts as well to gain another depth, another level of insight. The 4 hour here, mark that out like such. Dun, 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 dun. Another 4 hour here. Okay, I did not mean to mark that there, but let's just keep marking out, see what we know, let's see where we can play. Right now, it's looking like we are between this range, right? And it actually puts us in that V2 level, right? Right now, we're testing that upper bound of that V2 level. If we are able to break above, bullish action might continue all the way towards these all-time high areas. If not, I expect to see selling action. It's really hard to tell from now since fundamental understanding is more bullish. I wouldn't I wouldn't mind taking longs, even though we are close to all-time highs. But we'll mark our volume profile, notice where all the volume is being transacted, and play off of that as well. Just mark that out, mark the liquidity down here. I see this is there, right? This definitely could be counted as a zone, but it's so close to each other. That's why I don't like it, but we're gonna mark it out anyways, simply because price is likely not gonna head all the way down there anyways. See if there's anything else you can mark out. That would be a decent area, but honestly, there's nothing insane there that would make sense. Definitely mark out these highs though. 2 hour. I have a 2 hour zone right there. Mm -mm -mm. We're gonna see if there's anything else on the 2 hour. I'm not really noticing anything yet except for some standard liquidity we can mark out. But we're making lots of zones on the way up, which is highlighting very strong buyer aggression. Although we did have these drops down, overall within this week, essentially, we've been seeing buying momentum towards the upside. But with that said, I'm not really seeing anything else on the 2 hour. 1 hour, mm, that one right there, that's 30 more minutes until that. We'll mark out these lows for now. See how price reacts. And these lows right here. And these lows right here, doesn't hurt to mark them out. Yeah. Ooh, that's gonna be perfect. We do have a 1 hour here where we did tap in and now we're seeing a reaction off of it. Let me see if, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna mark this lower. Market is about to open here in 2 minutes. And this is literally all we can mark out. We can't really mark out anything. Maybe a 30-minute or two, but not too sure about that. Strong buy action. We're coming back down to this liquidity. I'd rather mark this level down here, see how price reacts there, but not too keen in either of it. Right now it does look like price may want to head lower in the short term. In the higher term, it still looks bullish though. Not seeing anything else on the 30-minute, 15-minute. Not seeing anything recent. Not seeing anything I can really mark out. That would make sense for us to mark out. Yeah, nothing really. So then we're on the 5-minute. But before we hop on the 5-minute, let's just go ahead and mark out volume profile. How about 1 hour is much cleaner. Mark out this range that we've been trading in right now. As you can see, majority of our volume that's been transacted is trading at this 2 hour below right here. Once we've broken above that area, we don't really have that much volume here. So that could mean two things. If you start generating volume, let's say perhaps at this 1 hour, right? Then if price starts rejecting off of it, I would say it's high probability to take shorts until the next high volume node, which is down here at this 2 hour. I mean, this 4 hours there showed high spikes of aggression, and it is generally close to that volume node. We just haven't been there long enough to actually determine. But anything this 2 hour below shows volume. This could be imbalance below, and then we come back around this region. That's where volume is being generated. Same with these lows. This area is a low volume node. Honestly, there's not enough data for us to actually estimate, but we can use this. We see volume right here in this 4 hour, volume right here in this 2 hour. We haven't seen that much volume here at this 4 hour, but we're seeing a spike of volume there. And now we're starting to see a spike of volume here as well. So it's hard to tell where price will go next. If we do make a reaction off this lower liquidity, we might be able to capture the longs targeting these higher levels, depending on where we create more and more volume. Market just opened. I did not even see, but yeah, market just opened. So honestly, we're again within this range, and I'm not gonna lie, it does look like we're gonna keep on breaking those liquidity levels. But if we do see a barrier play with a nice retracement with structure that we can follow, we'll be more than happy to take those plays. Mm, 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 mm. Do want to go on the 1 hour footprint and see our different levels and how they reacted. Let's see this zone if there's any absorption. Buyers, yeah, this 1 hour shows to be very strong. It's within decent volume. The move came in with volume, but within this 92,000 candle, we had lots of buyer absorption there. 30-minute up here. The 30-minute as well, it's very strong. Let's go into the 4 hour down there. Right here, this 4 hour. This 4 hour, it's decent. We do see some sort of selling absorption here, but it wouldn't be too strong simply because there's low volume within it. This area though, the 2 hour that we had marked out, lots of selling absorption there. And with that selling absorption came the buyers. So this 2 hour is definitely more strong than the 4 hour, although some people emphasize that higher time frame. But in reality, honestly, this region right here, you see this liquidity down here, and the overall liquidity levels are more significant than the 4 hour in itself. So I'll keep the 4 hour there simply because you got such spike of buyers. But I'm gonna keep in mind that it's not as significant as you might make it out to be. But with that, we can start getting into our trading session. Let's go ahead and mark out NQ as well. And then following that, we'll conclude. But let's go ahead and reset all our drawings here. Hold on. How about 4 hour? We do have the same 4 hour zone. 4 hour. Marking out everything that we can. Maybe there's 2 hour there. 1 hour. Mark this out 2 hour right here. Nice 3 hour up at these highs. Yeah, that right there. This zone, the strong zone, got broken out of pretty easily. Not necessarily easily, but it did get broken out of with a high level of extent. 3 hour right there. Let's see what we can do. 2 hour. Not noticing anything crazy there. We do have some extra levels there. What I'll just do is mark this over there. Align this to such like that. Hold on. There we go. Let's see if there's anything else on the 2 hour. Not really betting on it. We do have this. Nothing there. We have this liquidity again between this region. But yeah, this area, this 2 hour is definitely more significant simply because of the volume generated at that region. Maybe this region because of the move, but again, not the easiest to tell. And what the price looks like it's doing is it's testing this region and we're making lower lows, and price action is telling us that we might shift bearish, but I want to see a break of this lower liquidity. And if we break and retest it with order flow confidences, that could be a good trade to make. But I do want to see our auction actually support that. If we don't, we might just have done something like this and break through, and then we retest and push through again. Just looking for something of that nature, and depending on what we see, we shall be able to take it. But on the 1 hour, not seeing anything else. Let's hop on 30 minute. 30 minute, we do have this region down below, but I'll mark it out. This is like one of the only times I mark out 30 minute liquidity. This time it's only because it's such a clear structure that it might affect price. Not seeing anything else on the 30 minute yet, though this area could be. Actually, this area is going to be significant, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is change it up, make it like that. So I want to capture that moment where they actually. Hold on, let's keep it right in the correct spot. Alright, there we go. capture the moment where these individuals and participants rejected. 30-minute, other than that, not seeing too much. Here we might have a 15-minute zone. We did wick. The wicks are looking absolutely insane on the 15-minute. Very, very choppy. And if we stay like choppy like this without additional movement, we're gonna stay flat. But if we do see movement, we'll be more than happy to place a position. But not really seeing anything I would like to mark out on the 15-minute. Really, I think we could just stick with what we got going on here. I want to see if there's a 30-minute there that could have marked out, but there's really nothing. Yeah, really nothing there. We have this level, I mean, but it's not that significant. I'll mark out a line there. We really just have to use ES levels above, right? Because when looking on NQ, once you break this level, there's nothing on higher time frames that is stopping price from going higher. So it's hard to tell, but within these from 8:45 until maybe 3:30, so for 5 hours, price has been consolidating like this. Or if we just talk about this range, we've been there since 4:40, so it's been around 4 hours. 4 hours of just choppiness within this range. If the market can push us out of one side or the other, I would love to see that happen. Or if price shows strong action and we can identify direction, I'd like to see that happen as well. What I am seeing here is that sellers look to be getting absorbed, as you can see here. And with that seller absorption, that does lead me a bit bullish. But we do have to keep in mind that we might have seen buyer absorption here as well. So it's hard to tell. These buyers are coming in more and more aggressive, as I can see on the book map. But yeah, definitely gonna have to wait and see for a reaction of some sort. And depending on that, that's how we can place our trades and positions for the day. If we don't see anything that we'd like to trade, we will be flat for the day, not risking our capital. Like always, it's better to be zero than negative. With that said, I'm going to conclude this pre-market analysis. If you have any questions, feel free to join the completely free Discord server. The link is in the description down below. Everything is completely free, and I truly believe you can gain a thing or two out of it. Additionally, you can also leave a comment down below or just interact if you have any questions as well. On top of that, if you want to know how to use Orderflow for completely free, check out our channel partners, both Addis and also check out the bookmap live stream. Addis is one of the best bookmap tools, footprint tools that I've used, best Orderflow software programs. Very user friendly, very customizable, and has a lot of free functionality as well. But do your own research, let me know how it goes, and I'll see you guys later today for the market analysis video of today's session. So I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.